Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3 version 11.3.5 and the Germany campaign. And where we left off, we were kind of expanding out everything. We'd started up the campaign and we were doing a huge amount of work on diplomacy. And that hasn't changed. We're still going to follow that path. We're just going to wait until probably next week. And then we'll be in a better position to know kind of what we want to be doing. Now, we are getting a lot of trades of people saying, do we want rares? And I can see that the war, by the looks of it, against the Spanish Republic is going our way. Now, we are going to want to get the nationalists in when the time comes. But we can get Fleet Auxiliary Carrier Doctrine for now. And we can also get Direct Fire Unit Training. Got a few different techs and things that we want to be really working on. Submarine Hull Advance. See, yeah, one left over there. Hey, look, every little helps. That's a nice round 22 now. And we do have a full production queue. We are building up steel refineries because we don't exactly have a lot of steel. Right, units control, yep. I can see some more infantry divisions popping up. We are just giving any old commander for now. We'll revisit when the time comes. And I don't want to trade any with those nations at all. Anything they're offering is not good. Okay. So we've got a destroyer here.
Today there are thousands of columns proceeding along
I can see, I think, the first of our... Ah, there we go. Thank you very much, Romania, for the trade agreement. Right, submarine engine. Now, does that move them any closer towards us? I imagine it would help a little bit. So they have the control click in power here.
I don't know how many captures have been made, but I do know one thing, and that is that in a very few days, those remaining in Poland in the army will
keep lowering neutrality across the board. Bulgaria seems to have a very stubborn neutrality level, it must be said. And you're at 4. Okay. And Brazilian things are definitely coming along. They won't be far away very soon. So we're influencing them. Hungary, which we're not influencing at the moment. But we can get them towards us relatively soon.
Wonderful accomplishment in the field of military campaign.
In fact, yeah, we can load neutrality on them now. I imagine Portugal isn't far away either. Okay, so now we're doing 55 a day, which is good. Okay, I can see that that's helped a little bit. In fact, there's maybe a little tiny encirclement that's going to occur here. They're not far being able to pull that off. Okay, no neutrality on you. Anyone else? Turkey again. And Brazil. Okay, not bad. Now we want to start probably influencing Hungary soon. The moment that we get probably Japan in, it would probably make sense to try and do that. Fuel for money, sure. And no kind of techs or anything that we need to get. Ah, Bulgaria. And okay, yep, a few things finishing up. Now the popularity is very high for the Nazis, but at the moment, but it looks like organizationally the kind of the Kaiser party, I guess you would call it, is actually doing better. Now I want to switch over if I can to this guy, but I don't want to do it yet because that counter-espionage bonus is actually probably quite useful. Right, is there anyone else? So Japan, yep. They're in a good spot. That's fine. How far off is Japan? 39, 35 on the old neutrality. I need to be lower than 15. A hydrophone run. And I can see some IC that's going to be due out soon. Some more divisions. And our last couple of destroyers as well. They've taken a while to get built, to be fair. And here comes the Tirpitz. Okay, yeah. There's a fair amount of work here that we need to undertake. Okay, TP class, that's fine. This feels relatively well laid out. Good, we got those coal fields coming along. Okay, passenger ships. Good. And what looks like the last destroyer as well. I think we're doing okay money-wise. I feel like some of these can get cancelled now. Like, we need a little bit more metal coming in. So while I appreciate the money, we've got less rare resources that we need to get rid of. And let's propose the Anti-Comintern Pact. Now, will that immediately jog Japan? 25, okay. No neutrality there, no neutrality there. Hungary. Portugal. Brazil. Anyone I'm missing? No. And they're now at 25. So we might get them before the start of next year, but I think it's pretty unlikely. So 37 and 39. Got 36 there, and yep, small ship technologies up there is worth getting. Okay, a little bit more of an energy trade. Spanish state. Yep, that's good with me. I think I do see them making their way towards us. Right, Hungary. And let's check again soon. No, I don't want to do any fuel trades, please. So, Portugal. Turkey. No, Turkey's not. Still not willing. Nope. We'll check again at the start of the month. We can do Brazil probably, though. Nope. So it's just Turkey and Brazil that are holding out. Well, if we check on the first. Anyone else come up? So Brazil and Turkey are both on a nice round 6, but no, neither of them. Okay. Anyone else? No, Japan. They're on 3, so they're a little bit away. Capital ships, and there's low popularity. Not fun. Okay, we're building up to a nice round 31. And, oh, another good one at Königsberg. Good. And that coincides with having built a little bit of industry up. There we go. So we've got no low neutrality event there. Still no Brazil. That is interesting. Now, the Spanish state, not looking so hot. And the last one was Hamburg, which just got built up. Good. And I'm liking all these trades that Finland is giving us because it ups our relations with them every time that they do a trade like this. Okay, there's Bulgaria. Still nothing on Hungary. What about Portugal? No, you're on 2. And we're okay there. And come on, Japan. Okay, now how far out are you? 2147, so probably early in 1937 they'll be joining us. Okay, so pocket battleship I don't care about, but yeah, heavy anti-aircraft guns, sure. Transport ship engine. We want that at least 2, so that's fine. We want to get Marines eventually, so for Marines we need amphibious warfare equipment, which we can get in 38. And we want to improve basing nice and early. Okay, money for rares, sure. Like, we've kept that rares level quite good. We were hemorrhaging metal, but it's not as bad now. And you're now at 230 with Berlin. Berlin and Dusseldorf finishing up will free up 12, which is good. So Brazil, you're on 5. Good, we can get you. Hungary's back on 7. And how are they doing in relation to coming along eventually? Okay, and let me just reply to this text.
Und ich hoffe und ich wünsche, du bist unbedingt dabei. Denn meine Sehnsucht, die wird immer schlimmer. Heute Abend, heute Abend, heute Abend bin ich frei.
Okay, so is that working? I'm going to assume that it is. 6 on Portugal and 6 on Turkey, so we can get both of them. And I'm liking this 14 a day that I'm seeing from Turkey. Fuel for money, yes. And capital ship screws. 39, good. Now, Blitzkrieg. Yeah, 24, not so much. I don't know. I'm not sure what to do now, tech-wise. We could start the next ones. Ah, there we go. We've got a couple of little techie ones to do down there. Okay, I don't mind doing a metal trade with Italy at the moment. See a little production thing. Don't need to worry about upgrades at the moment. Okay. Yeah, I always forget about superior strength until it's too late, so yeah, definitely need to get that one going. Got a nice round 5 on Japan. Good. And then anyone else? Bulgaria. Okay. Now where is Bulgaria? They're 63. So they're actually coming along quite nicely. So concentrating on them is definitely paying a bit of dividends. Hungary, I don't know if are they coming towards us? They are, and they're not far off now at all. Okay, economic stage, focus stage 3. And there comes Japan. Boom. Let's do short-term investment, and let's keep the extra spies one going. Now, with the addition of Japan, that frees up a little bit more resource once again. So, that is good news for us. Now, we could think about getting any 37 techs that we need to on industry, like heavy armor forging. The airport capabilities is basing, that's at 1939 already. We can just disable that introduction help message. So it's good to get Japan on side. Now we are losing a little bit in rare materials, we will trade with our friends. Now, what we can do for Japan is we can take off covert operations, take off the spy priority, and we can just do support the ruling party. So, now with that sets us into a pretty good spot. So, now if we look at the other countries that we've got kind of that are heading our direction. So we've got you guys, you're nearly there. Brazil is actually nearly there, as is Portugal. It's just neutrality that's holding them back. It's the same thing for you guys at 60. And you're moving very nicely towards the axis. I can see that Yugoslavia is still being worked on. Now the next thing to do would be to look at countries like Iran or Finland. Where is Finland? Aha, and you're already being influenced. Now we're influencing a few countries over here just to kind of bring them out of the ally sphere and down more towards us. Now the question mark is can we get anyone else that we really care about at the moment front loaded, like Argentina. So Argentina, we could influence you. You're already drifting towards us. Your neutrality is already at 80%, so you're a relatively good target. If we look at South America and we look at Argentina, if I then do covert operations, hopefully that will drag them towards us. A little bit on research labs. Okay. Now the aim will be to get some of these guys in. Now we're going to have a little bit of stuff freed up because it's not going to be long before the Spanish state is in as well. And yeah, I don't care about you. Energy I do care about. Metal, yeah, sure. See that research center. That research center event doing its job. Steel armor casting. And railroad network. Okay, we're onto infantry. Are there any good infantry techs in 1937? No, so we're onto artillery. Good. Okay, advanced training centres. You're at 38. Now, what I am interested in is where all of our different people are at. So Brazil, where are you at? You're not too far off. Hungary, they need their alignment to be a little bit different. Portugal, 5 away there. And Turkey, 5 away there. Good. See those steel refineries and coal fields coming online. Okay, cavalry exploitation. Yeah, let that run. Yeah, I don't need to do that now. 4 and 3. Bit of metal. Come on, Hungary. How far off really are you? 35, and you travel that amount a day, so not far. Brazil's not far either. Just wish Bulgaria would hurry up and get their neutrality down a little bit. To be honest. Okay. This takes me happy. Like, this is a decent advantage that we have going on. I'll drop this down a little bit because I can see that we've lost the effects of that positive benefit. And in fact, you know what? We will jump that back up. I want at least 30 on research. And that's a shame, re the corporation event, but okay, and there's Hungary. We will lower neutrality on them one last time. Invite them to the faction. And then we will switch to support the ruling party. Okay, so who are we on to now? So we've got a few other ones that we need to do some work on. So Bulgaria, Turkey. We can't do it yet. Portugal, yeah. And Brazil. So with Hungary, our first move into the Balkans is complete. They were already kind of aligning to us, so we didn't get anything back from them. Okay, Schwerpunkt Doctrine. And we will let that run. Okay, we're nearly doing a full production queue. Which is perfect. That's exactly what we want, to be honest. So our movement looking good. Want to get to August and then we'll be in a good spot. Because more IC will come online. Okay, you're at 37. Actually, you finish up in July, so a couple of those finish a little bit quicker than some of these, but it's not massively important. And Hungary, that metal one, I'd rather we didn't do that. And Italy, I'd also rather that we didn't do that one as well. Artillery unit commander control, sure. Anti-air ammunition. And then we're on to armor. So we can get armor car designs. There's a couple of 37s there to get. Mountain warfare equipment. So there's a few things on the next few tabs that will be worthwhile. Hydrophone, direct fire. So armored car, mountain warfare, and then yeah, we've got some anti-tank ones to do there. These are all at 37, which is good. Direct fire unit, yes. And I know I keep taking those metal ones, but Keep offering them. And obviously everyone is hemorrhaging metal. Okay, so any low neutrality options? Oh, Argentina. I forgot I'd started work on you. And they're definitely making their way towards the Axis now. Alright, is there anyone else? Ah, Brazil. Who else do we want to look at? Bulgaria? These guys take a long time to bring down. Ah, but Turkey... They are really steamrolling their way towards us now, which is good. So now, once we kind of connect up round here, we'll have a direct through line to our allies, which will be really good. Nationalize the private sector, thank you very much. And yeah, I don't need to exchange any IC for resources as it stands. We can leave that well enough alone. Okay. And it feels like the coal situation has improved a fair amount. A couple of anti-tank things, and then we're onto planes. Good. Now, on June 20th, we'll get a unit out, which is good. Okay, so money for rares. Sure, we will do that with you, Turkey. You are a valued trade partner. And we've got very good relations with you, which is helpful to all of that. So now I wonder... Do you want to... Yeah, lower neutrality. I do. Argentina. Portugal. Bulgaria. Anyone else? No, we've hit everyone equally there. We've got a lot of free spies. Now this is where we can start doing some other stuff. So I feel like we want to look at Asia. So let's look at Iran and start covert ops there. Let's look at Afghanistan and start covert ops there. And let's look at Saudi Arabia and start covert ops there. They're all natural allies of ours. And I'm sorry, Spanish State. I need all the metal I can get. Yeah, I don't need that railway one. There's only certain railway guns that we're going to go for. Okay, let's get the twin engine one there. That's good. Yeah, and help cut our deficit, please, Italy. I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, and then there goes the Spanish state. So, we are immediately... so they're already being influenced by you. We're going to immediately go on to spies. We're immediately going to find Spain. And we're immediately going to start covert operations on them because The moment we get them in, we can get Portugal in. Okay, so that will bring them in. We don't care about influencing anyone else at the moment. We can hold up on that one. Okay, Bulgaria. And, oh, yep, okay. A couple more units forming up there. Let's get Argentina. Brazil. It's kind of fun doing the other rounds. Portugal. And Turkey. Now, what does neutrality look like in Turkey at the moment? 31. That is not bad. So Spain is now a friend, which gets us some national unity. We get some other patriotic events. And some planes. Kind of want to move some of you over to Castle so that these will all level up, or expand, I should say. Where are people at? So Bulgaria. I really want Bulgaria's national unity to hurry up a little bit. It's a bit slow. Like, you're at 54. You should be lower than that. I've been consciously looking after you. We can free up a little bit on officers because we are lacking a little bit on that front. Okay. So steel refineries are still coming along. The coal mining is still coming along, but it's finishing up a little bit. Okay, twin engine aircraft there. Okay, Army HQ. Does that add anything in Blitzkrieg? It doesn't, which means we can immediately jump over onto here. And what's the intelligence look like? Yeah, so there's a few countries to look at now. So Bulgaria, have you got a thing? Nope. Nope. Now Afghanistan. In Kabul, sure. Iran, yep. Saudi Arabia, good. And Argentina? Nope. But the thing is, all these countries should be countries which will lean in our direction naturally. Don't need to flip them or do anything weird. Okay, supplies for money, sure. And I'm relatively happy to do that with the US, if that's what they really want, sure. Bulgaria, but Brazil. Nope. Ah, Portugal. Nope. Maybe the Turks will enjoy another. No lower neutrality at all. Ah, Brazil. Welcome. Now that's going to get us a national manpower modifier, which is really good. Frees up a little bit more on the old diplomacy. And we could even do Anschluss, but I'm not going to lean into that one yet. Still want to avoid it if I can for a minute. So now that we've got Brazil, we've got a toehold in South America. If we get Argentina as well, we get the two largest powers down here, which is very good. And then it's a case of, can we get anyone else? Like, for example, Venezuela. No, not really. Same difficulty we'd have elsewhere as well. Okay, we will not worry too much about that. We will concentrate on the countries that we can definitely get. So, and getting them early isn't a bad idea either. Now, if we can get Sweden and Finland, who have got the I don't even know who they are. Yeah, I don't even know. Because we are dragging some of these guys away, which is good. Okay. So, any chance that you guys have now... Nope, you haven't. Let's just get to May 1st and then call it an episode. Okay, Kesselschlacht. Yeah, that's fine. And we could, as I say, go for an early Anschluss, but we will let them continue to build up for another year. And then we will consider it. And it's failing to lose about 15 a day. That isn't the end of the world. There's a few techs there that I definitely want to get. And that's another steel refinery up and running. So now at 44 on that front. Expand the railroads, and in Saarbrücken. That's a level 2. Let's invest in that one, because it makes sense to. Okay, and let's do one final run through of the countries around us. So, Argentina has 10 outstanding. Okay, Brazil is already kind of in our good books, so in fact we can take that off. I can support the ruling party. Now Bulgaria. Yeah, you're good. Spanish state.
sehen kann. Heute Abend, heute Abend, heute Abend bin ich frei.
And
Und ich hoffe und ich wünsche, du bist unbedingt dabei.
we do have the evil thing there, whatever that is.
Schlimmer. Heute Abend, heute Abend, heute Abend bin ich frei.
Oh, Turkey. Perfect. Now, this might... I don't think it's enough to get them quite there. No, it isn't. But they are coming along now really well. So, like, yeah, the ideological similarities being off-put, but yeah, we are doing a really good job of keeping them in our direction. And we are only 15, unity away from getting them in now. So, that is very close. Now, a lot of these countries are drifting Axis, and that's mainly because of how closely aligned they already are with the Allies, but you're starting to see a little bit of threat coming through here as well. And every little helps on that front, because the threat from these countries, Soviet Union at 14.8 and Britain at 17, you see the Soviets as the biggest threat. Soviets. Is there anyone that sees us as the biggest threat? Nope. Everyone sees the Soviet Union as the biggest threat. Apart from Portugal. They think the Brits are out to get them. What about Italy? No, Italy's them as well. UK. Yep, UK. It's the Soviets with Japan, but China sees Britain as the biggest threat. So, yeah, there's some interesting stuff going on in the world. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this episode, and I look forward to seeing the next episode of Hearts of Iron 3 and the Germany campaign. Thanks again. Bye-bye.